G'day everyone and welcome to the Outback of Western Australia, where we're practicing social distancing by about 50 kilometres. So what are we doing all the way out here, you might ask? Well, we're actually going to go wreck hunting. Bit of an unusual place as there's not much around here, but we're going to an old homestead. No, I'm not telling you where it is, because we're going to go find a Centurion tank. That's right, a tank. Someone has left one abandoned out here. Hopefully it's still around and hasn't been pillaged too much. And it's a bit of old vintage gear as well, so we're expecting vehicles and machinery to be 1940s and older. So yeah, we're currently on top of a knoll. It's a bit windy, so we'll head down there now and we'll catch up with you once we hit the homestead. So we eventually found the old homestead, so now what we're looking for is around over this way apparently. Ain't no one been here for years. There's tracks on the ground, but they're definitely not fresh at all. A few cows over in the station, in the yards, but there's not a house over here, and apparently so this is where the junkyard is. Kind of eerie when there's no one around, what used to be a hustle and the bustle of a station. Not holding out too much luck though, unfortunately. It's meant to be, well, there were cars listed all through here from what we've been told, and there's just nothing here, so it looks like they've had a bit of a clean up, unfortunately. But we'll keep looking around, we might find something. Okay, we're getting our hopes up here a little bit. We've got an old trailer bed there, an old engine block far over that way, truck bed. Oh yeah, look, everything's sorted into piles, so they've definitely had a clean up of everything that used to be here. But there's something hiding over here. It looks a little bit older than what we're currently found. Here we go. The trip wasn't a complete loss. Was it full prefect?
Yeah. Oh, that was a ute.
Can you imagine driving all the way out here in one of these things? I can't imagine it'll be the most comfortable ride. The grill's still in good nick. Where are you riding off to? What's the other side look like? Check out the other side and then we'll have a good look at this ute. Oh, you could use a few parts for a hot rod or something. Still got glass in it, that's unusual. Help steering wheel. Ute's looking a bit worse for wear, unfortunately. Pretty much just a cab. Alright, well, as we said last time, we'll just follow the junk and we'll have a look out this way. There we go, we've got what's left of an old 40 series by the looks of it. There's not much left to help distinguish it, but those bonnets and that front cab assembly there is pretty distinctive. No engine, no hubs, no nothing really. Good bed on the back of it, still got the bull bars there which are a bit munted, still got the diff in it. Yeah, there's, I mean, she's definitely seen a hard life, this old girl. We've been one of the original farm hacks for this old place. Well, we may not have found the tank, but we found evidence that it was here. What you're currently looking at is the actual engine that's come out of it. And it is a monster of a beast. It's massive, absolutely massive. I mean, the prop still works, so that's a good sign for it. Down here you got the front shaft that will run the front off tracks. Exhaust straight, I mean, look at the size of it. It's just enormous. That's a beautiful bit of engineering. The size of that shaft, man. That's just really cool. And then over here under the tree, we've got one set of rollers for the tracks. So again, just more evidence that it was actually here. And then what's really cool is over here, we've got a blade that, by the looks of it, was jimmied up to fit the front of this tank to make it a functioning farm vehicle. So imagine that engine powering powering this blade. It would have just been a sight to see. It would have been awesome. So yeah, we'll keep looking around. Hopefully we'll find some more bits and pieces of it. But yeah, the actual body is gone, unfortunately, which is a real shame, but this is cool. Dad was just saying that each one of these on the injector pumps, you'll pop so many out so you could fire it up on a couple of cylinders and then engage each cylinder as the engine gets warmer, which is a kind of a old school bit of engineering. Yeah, so that might be the best we find, but we'll keep looking around, see what else we can find here. We're still following the junk. Still plenty of junk around here, mainly just old bits of steel and old windmills, plenty of corrugated iron. So unfortunately that station was a bit of a flop. Unfortunately everything that was used to be there has now all just been pushed into a hole. We got back to town, spoke to a couple of local contractors, and yeah, one of them got the job of digging some big holes and just pushing it all in, unfortunately. As for the tank, well, we were told it was pulled in the back of a truck and who knows where it's gone now. But luckily, last time we were out there a few years ago, the old man did take a picture of it, so we'll show you that now. Bit of a cool bit of machinery and a little bit of local history. Now it's gone and who knows where. So anyway, I wasn't quite content with leaving you with a couple of old Ford prefix. That just would have been right. So it's a new day and we're out here at another station in a different direction, and yeah, we came to see a couple of old Land Rovers and a few other bits and pieces that we remember being out here. But upon arrival, the mining companies have beat us to it. So all these roads and mounds of dirt weren't here, well, 7 years ago really. But yeah, they've all just come through and it looks like they've started to push all the old scrap up around here as well. So over this way, if you can see in the distance, that's the original homestead. We'll make our way over there and show you around. And as you can see there, unfortunately, that's where they've started pushing it into piles. But there's still some good things to be found, and we'll go see what they are. So as we get closer to a few of these trucks here, let me show you what these mining companies do when they get a new area. They just dig themselves a nice big hole, and then they just get a dozer and push all of this crap into it. It's a real shame. I mean, yeah, it's all progress, it's money, it's getting resources and what have you, and it's, I mean, ultimately it's their land. But at the end of the day, there's still some really cool stuff to be found out here, and it's just a shame that it has to be all wasted. Like this whole, what appears to be a Vespa scooter. I mean, well, who needs one of these in the outback of Australia? It appears to be a Vespa, but it looks like it's got, what's that, Tiger, by the looks of it. I don't think she'll be going anywhere anytime soon. Bit worn out, bit run down. Let's check out these trucks over here. What do we got? So the first one looks to be, oh, International. That's cool, still got most of the logo there as well. How's that? Man, she's definitely seen some usage. So International logo. Oh, it's just the cab, well, a little bit of the chassis there. Alright, big old steering wheel, but yeah, it's pretty well pillaged as well. Oh look, still got the data tag in there, is it? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Man, imagine rolling in the bush on one of those. But one of these, now this would be cool. This, what's this, F100 by the looks of it? Or F150, I don't know specifically, but it does appear to be Ford. I'm sure there's some parts on there you guys could use. There's not much left, but still, I mean, enough to make a bit of yard art anyway. That's pretty cool. Engine's gone, tran's gone. Just about everything's gone in this poor beast. What we got here? We got bench seat. Oh, look at, oh, it was a manual. Even the clusters, everything's gone. But that dash is in good nick. Is that welded in? Oh, yeah, welded in there. All these pedals, if anyone needs them, let me know. I mean, it's pretty much just good for rust cuts now, isn't it? If we're really honest. Alright, what's this behind me here? Let's play, oh, watch out for the stump. Alright, let's play pick the model with this one. I have no idea. Oh, I want to say it looks British, but I really do not know anything about old trucks. Man, I'm just learning about old cars, let alone old trucks. Man, look at the handbrake on that beast. Couple of bench seats, plywood floor. Oh man, this thing would have been a hoot to drive. There's a good reinforced bar on it. Well, the transmission's still in there. Gearbox. Doesn't look that big actually. Hey Dad!
Yo,
What's this one?
which one?
The rusty one.
That there looks like a Morris commercial.
Morris, I thought it was British. So this is kind of cool, what's left of it anyway. We've got a Series 1 Land Rover, ex-military, judging by the colour that's still visible on it. And just a lot of vehicles out here were ex-military as well, like the Atkins that we saw over that way, which was really cool, there's a tree in the way. Anyway, but I don't know my Land Rovers too much, but from working it out, this looks like the engine that's come out of it. And that's a decent crack there, where the conroyers tried to say hello. But just trying to work out how this engine works. Now, as I said, I don't know my British stuff, but it seems really weird. We've got what we believe to be exhaust valves on top, and then I think the inlet valves are under on the side here, because you got your double timing chain, which runs, I presume, the cam here. Water pump was over here. It just all seems a bit odd and strange and really badly designed. But anyway, I'm sure one of you guys could tell me more about that. That's still some good front end parts on that thing. That's just a pile of junk. This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, they've just come in with dozers, pushed this all up, and just dug these massive holes to stick it all into. So I was walking back to our vehicle, going past F100. Notice, because we're looking at that and the old Morris, I completely missed this. Another Series 2 I'm going to go with Land Rover. Only reason I say Series 2 is because the engine in this is a similar design to one we're looking at just before, but it looks more updated. So it's got a better idler cog in there. It's got a massive bloody oil filter. I mean, that's huge for a 4-cylinder. And it's just got a few design differences, but you can tell it's kind of from the same family. So that's really interesting. That's all there. We've still got the front guards. Cool. Old aluminium, which is cool. So there's still some good pieces on that. So I'm going to demonstrate how to build a Land Rover. That'll do. And I think it's about as much care and precision as they use in the factory as well. How's that look? So I know this is an automotive channel, but this is really cool. We've just stumbled upon an old shaft and the remains of the rail that would have come down from it. So we'll go for a walk up there and see see how deep this thing actually is.
That's where the winch sat. The motor for the winch.
Man, these fellas were sophisticated. These weren't just pickaxe guys. This is a really well made shaft. These guys weren't mucking about when they built this.
Right?
Yeah, go for it. Imagine you're going to work like that every day. Stuff that. That is, mate, that's got to be like at least 20-30 meters. That's a lot of water in there too. Oh, there's another one. Okay, this one's a bit more dodgy. I'm not going to get too close to this edge.
That was dry.
Yeah.
That's
That's dry, but still a long way. So if you follow these mounds, they're actually all in a line, a slight curve, including this one, going around there to where the old man is and further up. These guys were chasing a vein of gold, and obviously it paid off. That must have been their main shaft. That could possibly go down and then across into these ones. But yeah, just really incredible thing. These guys came out here to turn a century with such little technology and just dug giant holes. It's quite amazing. Anyway, that's enough of the Goldfields lesson. Let's go find our own treasure and some more cars or trucks. It's kind of eerie and kind of disturbing when you're in the middle of bum stuff nowhere and you find one of those. I think it's time to go. Oh, that's a beautiful front end. International S180 or whatever that means, but it's cool. Someone looks like a Mater from the Cars movie. Oh, cool truck. This size of brakes on it, man. I bet they will have barely worked as well. Drive line's completely gone. But if you can manage to find a bonnet, some glass, oh, and maybe a roof, because that one's a bit rusted out, I could make a cool rat rod. Oh, with bullet holes even. All through the cowl, all through the door. What's it look like inside? Ah, it's a massive steering wheel. Ooh, what gauge is that? Oil pressure. I wonder if it still works. Smith's. Oh, that's kind of cool. Old beard. Yeah, so someone's nicked the rear axle for something. But I think that might be it. We're at the old homestead, and again, just the drilling rig's been through here and it's just pushed everything. Yeah, not too much else to show you, I don't think. So there we go, fellas. I think we'll end it there. That's 2 stations with a mixed result of finds there. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the tank. We did find the engine, which was absolutely awesome. And now at this station, we found a couple of Land Rovers and the Atkinson, and just some awesome stuff. So hope you enjoyed. Still got plenty more spots out here to show you, plenty more wrecks to find, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.